Good morning. I hope you're all well, and I hope you're all being patient as we go through this troubling, difficult time. And today we're going to be reading from this magazine. It's the Choices 35 and number 6. And on the front it says, I can only see my mom twice a year. And please go with me now to page 6. We're going to be reading the dreaded doctor's visit. And before we read the main portion, we'll draw your attention to the little speech bubble at the bottom of 7. And it says, Psst, it's okay to break up with your doc. As with any relationship, there may be some physicians that you just don't mesh with. That's okay. Ask your parents to switch if you truly feel uncomfortable. So yesterday I had the Scholastic read to you, and you guys should have read about the cell phones being banned. Today I am going to read, and I want you to let me know at the end. I will ask if you would rather have me read to you or if you'd rather have Scholastics read to you. So let's go back to page 6 now, and we're going to be looking at the dreaded doctor's visit. It may seem like a major waste of time, but getting checked out, whether it's for a never-ending cold or an annual sports physical, is more important than you think. As you sit there on top of the exam table, you grab onto the slippery vinyl cushion with sweaty palms. Your feet dangle off the edge, and that barely there paper gown you're wearing crinkles loudly as you fidget. Thoughts ping-pong through your mind while you wait. Should you mention that itchy rash? What about how you can't sleep? And oh no, do you need to get any shots today? Before you know it, the doctor walks in, presses the cold stethoscope to your chest, and the awkwardness level peaks. But instead of zoning out, take a deep breath, and not just because the doctor tells you to. This is your chance to take control of your health. We ask doctors to address your biggest fears about visiting their offices so you can get past them now and use your visit to get your questions asked. Let's flip over to page 8. The fear. I dread getting shots. The fix. Even if you have the world's biggest case of needle phobia, you have to admit that getting a quick injection is better than getting a deadly disease. In fact, the best way to survive your vaccinations may be to understand exactly why you need them in the first place. The shots you receive as a teen can protect you from some nasty illnesses, like meningococcal disease. It's a contagious bacterial infection that can lead to brain damage, hearing loss, and limb amputations. It's most common in teens, and 1 in 10 people who are infected end up dying from it. A little pinprick doesn't sound so bad now, huh? If that knowledge still isn't enough to calm your anxiety, ask the nurse for some ice to numb the spot beforehand. Or simply close your eyes and use a tried and true distraction technique. Anything from popping in your earbuds or squeezing your other fist really hard to sucking on a lollipop like you did as a kid. The receptionist won't look twice if you grab one from her bowl on the way in. Promise. One of my tactics is I just never look. The fear my doc is nosy. The fix. What did you have for breakfast? Do you fight with your mom? Some topics may seem irrelevant, but consider this. There's a reason behind those probing questions, and probing is they dig a little bit. Details like what foods you eat every day or those frequent family arguments are like puzzle pieces your doctor uses to solve the mystery of your health ailments. So ailments are illnesses, things that make you sick. The cold would be an ailment. Acne is an ailment. Those are ailments. Headaches, for example, could be caused by anything from a food allergy to stress. Your doctor's inquisitive manner, inquisitive means questioning, so your doctor's questioning manner isn't just a way to diagnose your dilemmas, though. Many say they ask questions to get the conversation flowing, so you'll feel more comfortable opening up. So come armed with your own questions. Could my acne medication have any side effects? Is it normal to wake up in the middle of the night feeling hungry? If you're properly prepared, your mind won't go blank when the doctor walks in. Let's go to page 9. The fear I'm being judged. The fix for that is, from the moment you step on the scale, it begins. You're questioned, measured, touched, tested, and you can't help but wonder if a lecture is on the way. But every doctor we talked to wanted us to tell you that they're not there to judge. In fact, They want you to be 100% honest with them and summon all of those am I normal questions that you can't ask anyone else. Whether you're worried about your weight or sprouting body hair, they assured us they've seen, heard, smelled it all before, from weird looking warts to funky body odor. And most important, they know how to help you. The fear. Mom's right there. The fix. We get it. Your mom was the only one who could drive you to the doctor. And you would rather face plant in front of the whole school than ask about your puberty problems while she's in the room. Luckily, by the time you turn 13, your doctor should ask to chat one on one. But what if that doesn't happen? At the end of your visit, say, can I email you with any questions I forgot to ask? Most docs told us they're totally open to continuing the conversation that way. If you're apprehensive, so apprehensive means if you're concerned, if you're worried. If you're concerned and worried about the confidentiality, bring it up. Your pediatrician will gladly explain that as long as you don't share anything that could harm you or someone else, what happens in the doctor's office stays in the doctor's office. They can't and they won't tell your parents what you've discussed. What's that, doc? So now we're going to be looking at the pink fuchsia column all the way on the right there on page 9. Your physician is always your best resource for health information, but if you need answers fast, these 3 apps are doctor approved. Teen Talk. Get support from someone who really gets you, another teen. Whether you're dealing with depression, an eating disorder, or a relationship problem, the free Teen Talk app connects you with teenagers who are trained to answer your questions. The second app, First Aid American Red Cross. Simple step-by-step instructions guide you through everyday emergencies, so you'll always have instant help for any first aid crisis. Bonus, it's fully integrated with 911. You can call for backup immediately. And then lastly, Real Talk Stories by Teens. This app uses click-worthy stories from teens' lives. You can even submit your own to address questions on everything from puberty to mental health. Want to learn more? It also directs you to reputable articles and information so you can explore the topic further. So in a moment, you're going to be given the worksheet, the double-sided worksheet, and one side is the quiz, the dreaded doctor's visit. The other has the few vocabulary that I defined for you as I was reading. I need you to take this seriously, and I will be coming in probably once a week to pick up the work. I will be grading it, making sure that you have more work. I am doing what I know to do to keep you guys on track for getting your school credits. And now I was going to ask you, would you please, one of you look around and take note, please? Would you rather I read to you, or would you rather have Scholastic read? And if one of you would be responsible and let one of the JDOs know, when I call in today, I will find out, and then we will go from there starting tomorrow, which will be hopefully Wednesday. And if you have questions, I will be calling in probably by 9 o'clock every morning. And again, probably during this session. I'm not sure how all this will work out. It's a work in progress. But I hope that you are all well. I am concerned for all of us, but I think bind it together, we will all get through this. And so now if you will go ahead and get your pens and get your worksheets, and please get those done. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.